All right, let's look at day 2. So right now we're going to be focusing on content creation and AI tools. So you guys, I want you to understand, you could see every business has to do content creation. You cannot market without content. Content, by the way, it is not comedy, it is not funny videos. So we're going to be looking at content creation at a business point of view or at a business level. So let's get to it. So what I'm going to be dealing with is creating powerful content, content creation fundamentals, AI tools for business, and copywriting that converts. And then we're going to be doing some practical examples. That's good. So let's get to it. So today's agenda is on what we're going to be understanding content, what it is and why does it matter in business. AI tools revolution, ChatGPT that can be used for your business, Canva mastery. So you need to do some graphics, then copywriting, writing that sells, then content types, what to post and when to post it, live creation. All right, that's good. Let's move. Then there's a lot to cover on this one. So let's look at this one, understanding content. What is content? So first things first, content is any information you share with your audience. So content can be in a form of what? Visuals, can be in a form of sound like audios, can be in a form of posters, it can be a video, it can be a picture, anything that converts or sends a message to a different party or to the particular target market. So it can be in social media posts, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp status, photos, videos, captions, like I've already said, emails and messages to customers. All that is what is part of content. So why is it important for business? So let me tell this story. So there are two businesses that sell the same product, Manzini. So the first one, which is business A, it does not create any content, ne? They just wait for customers to come, and then they post call for orders once a week. Then their results, it is just 5 to 10 customers per month, and this person is likely to go out of business. Why? Because there are no customers. Like we say that the aim of every business is to what? Is to get customers. So a business cannot get customers if people don't know that you even exist. So people have got to know that you are there. People have got to know that you are definitely doing something and what are you all about. You get? Then let's look at business B. Business B, they post content every day, they show their products that they use, they share customer testimonials, they teach people about their products, they engage in comments, then they get 50 to 100 customers per month. So you see, this is a huge difference between these two. So this is the same product, different content strategy, and the other business is making 10 times more in sales. You get what I'm saying? So let's move to this part. So what does content do for your business? So firstly, it attracts, secondly, it educates, and then it builds trust, it engages, then it converts. Now you get new people for your business. Why? Because of content. You get to teach people about what your business does. It is also through what? Through content. And then it shows that you are professional and reliable. So people cannot trust something that they've not seen. They cannot trust something that has not been marketed the right way. And then it keeps people where interested in coming back. That's why we talk about engagement when it comes to content. And then it turns followers to paying customers, because having just so many page likes and so many followers on Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp does not mean that your business is definitely going to be making profits, right? So we need to change those followers into paying customers. Not just people are going to be interested maybe or just ask about the product, but at the end of the day they need to do what? They need to buy. So without content you are invisible online. With great content you are irresistible online. Read that again. Without content you are invisible online. With great content you are irresistible online. So let's move. So the content creation problem. So we need to identify these pain points. Now I know what you are thinking. Most people, they say that they don't have time to create content, they don't know what to even post, they say that they are not creative, they cannot afford a professional photographer or designer, they don't even know how to edit photos. Yeah, we get all those all those excuses. But then let's look at this. AI can give you content ideas in seconds, right? And then Canva makes you look like a professional designer. I'm going to do the practical for Canva, and I'm going to be also attaching it here. So you don't need expensive equipment. Your phone is enough. So I'm going to be teaching you formulas that work every time. You can create content in just 15 to 30 minutes per day, and that content can just be scheduled to run off for the whole week or even the whole month. It doesn't have to take so long. It doesn't mean you always have to be staying on your phone and stuff. So the game is changed, and today you are learning the new rules. Let's move. Now let's look at AI tools revolution. I do understand that most of you are quite familiar with ChatGPT. That's why I used the term ChatGPT, in as much as I'm going to be introducing other types of AIs that are going to be playing a vital role in everything that we're going to be doing from here. So AI is going to write captions for us, give us content ideas, create product descriptions, write emails, answer customer questions, help with planning, and so much more. And all the AIs I'm going to give to you are definitely just free to use. So now I need you to download ChatGPT. So you're going to be, in fact, you can even use it online as an online site, not just even downloading it. But if you want the steps to download it, these are the steps. So I've attached them on the document. So how to talk to AI. So here's the secret of getting amazing results from AI. It's all about how you ask. So remember that all these AIs are free, right? So if they are free, it means everybody has got access to them. You get what I'm saying? So if everyone has got access to these AIs, it does not just mean that everyone can get the same result. A bad prompt will give you what? A bad result. But a good prompt will give you amazing results. Just like we did in primary school, whereby they said garbage in and garbage out on that Venn diagram thing that we used to do there. So let's look at this, the prompt formula. So a prompt is very much important. A prompt, basically, it's any command or instruction that you give to the AI for the desired result. It's just basically what you want the AI to do. So you need to make sure that your prompt has got what? The role. Tell AI who you want it to be, the task, what you want it to do, then the context, information that it needs to be able to give you the desired result, and then the format, how you want the output to be. You get what I'm saying? So let's look at this one. A bad prompt says what? Write a caption for my product. That is a prompt, but it is very, very bad, because the AI want to know what type of product, whom are you advertising the product to, and how should I give the output. You see, now let's look at this example over here. You are a social media expert. You see, this is the role. Remember the role. The first one is role, right? Then for Swazi businesses, write an engaging Instagram caption. That is what? The task, what you want it to do. For my handmade Swazi basket business, the basket is made by local women. So that is just an additional information that the AI is going to take and use to create the good caption for us. Then you put the price, then the output, the format, how you want the output to be. Make it warm, cultural, include a call to action, keep it under 150 words. The output, the desired output, is very, very important. Let's look at this example for content ideas. You see, this example was for product caption. Remember, I said we can use these things for product caption. Now let's look at, or maybe let's do this as a small example. So I'm just going to copy this. So I'm just going to copy it, and then I'm going to use one of the AIs that we actually use, and then I'm going to make sure that we just write it like this. So I'll start a new chat. So this is Cloud AI. This is Cloud AI. I will attach the links. I'll attach the links right there so that you are able to download or use the sites. So immediately I put this, it is going to think, and then it is going to write this caption for us. So this caption is the one I can use to put for my on my Facebook post. You see, it is woven with love, rooted in tradition, every trend story. You see, this is a very good caption, and it has got hashtags. Hashtags are also important. We're going to get to that part of why we need hashtags when we are doing our post. So this post is so amazingly done because of this prompt that I put right here. You see, so that is very important. Now, so content ideas, give me content ideas. That is a wrong prompt, but what you are supposed to say, you are supposed to say that you are a content strategist. That is the role. You run a bakery in Babane, Eswatini. Those are details. I sell cakes, cupcakes, and bread. More details. My target audience is busy professionals and families. Alright, I get you. Now, the output, what I want the AI to do for me. Give me 10 content ideas that will attract customers and showcase my products. Include a mix of educational, entertaining, and promotional content. You get this? So now I'm getting the full formula to what I want the AI to do. So I can even just take this one as an example. So I think I'm trying to be as fast as I can be so that the video is not too long. You see, so I'm going to put this one here again. I'm just going to paste it here. So I'm going to paste it here, but if you've got any questions, feel free to use the comment section or just inbox me on my WhatsApp. It is still okay. Now, we are here at 10 content ideas tailored for your bakery. So you can see this is educational. So basically this is on the first day. You can just put this one or this one or this one. So you can use did you know, just sharing some facts or baking tips of the week, or you can talk about the behind the scenes, like what you are doing during the baking, during the preparation and all that. That is also important. And then you go to the entertaining part. For entertainment, because your posts don't have to be every day it's about what you are selling. Every day it's about what you are selling. Your content needs to be able to grasp people. Some people don't love just to be every day it's serious. Every day it's serious. Talk about your business. Talk about things that are related to the business or related to the products that you are selling. Some benefits of the products you are selling. Why people, or what is it that people are missing out when they don't deal or buy products from you. You see, all those things are important, because you don't want people to just skip your post every time and not even like your products, let alone purchasing things from you. You get what I'm saying? Now you can even do a promotional or promotional. They are very good because they are able to increase your sales. Like let's say Monday motivation bundle deal. You get good. It is just for that day. So the price that you're going to do, it is just specifically for that day. Target busy professionals with a weekly deal. Start your week right. Office bread loaf plus 6 cupcakes for 120. Order by Sunday nights. Create what? Agency and routine bars. It means people just will keep on coming back every Sunday night because they want to get the Monday motivation bundle deal. So it just works perfectly like that. Then you can even do a community or culture. This one will help to do what? To build loyalty. So celebrate local moments, tie your products to Swazi events, maybe it's Ngwala, Umhlanga, public holidays, or even local school prize giving. So you've got to make sure that you are up to date about what is happening around you, what is happening in your country, so that you are able to create the right content and in line. Imagine your business does not even have Valentine's Day deals. You see, all the public holidays that go on with around your country or around your business place or around your business area, they are very vital when we are dealing with content. So let's move. That was just a, so you can just copy and paste as I did, and then you edit it the way it fits your business. Now let's look at example 3. Okay, by the way, maybe let me just stop doing all the examples. You can just read them out there. Now they are magic words. They are words that we use when we are dealing with content, when we are writing captions, when we are writing descriptions and promotional, anything that has to do with the product. There are keywords that we have to use there, which you call them a magic words. So you can add any for better results, like make it conversational and neutral. That is to tell the AI, good see, this is how I want the output to be. Then you can even say use simple language. Like I said, there are people who want to buy from you, but if you keep on speaking jargon words or speaking big bombastic words that people don't even understand what they mean, you might find that your product is misinterpreted. So if your product is misunderstood or misinterpreted, people won't be able to buy from you. Your sales are going to be very, very, very low. Then include emojis where appropriate. Don't use wrong images, please. I beg. Don't use wrong images. I beg of you. Ne? Then let's look. Make it cultural relevant for Eswatini. Keep it under how many words? Include a call to action. A call to action is very important when we are doing a product promotion, because a call to action, it is basically you are telling the people that do this. Tell them, call me, DM me, text this number, or message me here, or send me a DM. So those things are important because people want to know, how do I get a hold of you? Even if you put phone numbers there, there are phone numbers that only work on WhatsApp, right? There are phone numbers that only work on calls. So tell them that for WhatsApp, call WhatsApp me here or call me here. You see what I'm saying? So be always strategic with your call to action. So make it engaging and attention grabbing. So Lama, these just simple words that you put here, they are going to be able to help you create a good prompt and give you a good output. So make sure that you use these ones forever. Ne? I'm going to do the demos at the end. So for now, I won't do the practical. So now let's look at this AI prompts for Swazi businesses. So this one is very important. I specifically put it here because I want you guys to be able, you can just copy, like you see what I'm doing. You can just copy it like that. If you are using a phone, just long press on the document, just long press on the first word, then you can just spread it. Ne? That is how you copy from a document. So these, we've got content idea generator, caption writer, a customer a creator, then you've got an email writer, you've got a video script writer, testimonial request template, a product launch announcement, engagement post creator, story idea generator, then promotional calendar. So you can just use any of these ones. I put them here specifically so that you guys can have them. So these are prompts, these are my top 10 AI prompts that you can use right now and get very, very good results for your business. Trust me, once you put this into place, you are going to be very, very, very a good marketer and a good copywriter. Now let's move. So part 4. All right, Canva. I'm going to do the practical later. This one is not an AI, ne? This one is not an AI. This one is there is AI inside Canva, but Canva itself is just a site, ne? So I've been using Canva for the past 10 years, by the way. So, and the results I get, they are very, very good. So we can use Canva to create my social media posts, my flyers and posters, my logos, business cards, Instagram stories, videos, presentations, and so much more. There's actually a lot inside Canva. You'll see when we get to the practical side. It is very, very easy to use, because once I show you guys how to use it, then you are going to know how to use this one well. Now, so I won't do this for now. I will do it at the end. But these steps are very important, because maybe you won't understand what I'm showing you on the video. But then if you follow these steps, you are going to be able to do everything on Canva, beginning from creating your first design. Ne? You click create a design on the top right, choose Instagram post, search for it, and now you can have a blank canvas. You see, then how to using templates. Then what's the next one? Adding elements. Then the next one, it is text effects and styles. and then we've got brand kit free version, and then you download and share, or how to save it, just like that. Now let's look at this one. Quick tips to look professional. So white space 6 is your friend. Don't cram everything together. Leave a breathing room. Less is more. So some people try to put everything in the same place, and you find that the poster is now saturated. There are a lot of words, there are a lot of items. Like, you don't literally need to include everything that you guys are doing. Like, you don't have to put all the images there. You can just put it in text, and you don't put or jumble up on different types of fonts. You decide to use that one and that one and that one. Make sure that your fonts are just standard, at least just 2 to 3 fonts per design, ne? Then the colors, make sure you stick to the brand colors. Remember, we spoke about colors on the first video. We spoke about your brand colors. So don't be using a lot of colors. It won't make sense. In fact, it won't even look good. People will think that you are not professional enough. Then use high quality images. So for free images, you can just go to a site called Pinterest. I think I'm going to attach the link also for this one. So I'm going to attach the link for Pinterest. We are just going to sign in there. This is where we get free images. Like, for whatever that you want to do, this is where we get free images to use. For instance, if you are doing what, let's say you want to do a food poster, or yeah, let's look for a food poster. So we're going to look at what, at food, ne? So you just type what you want, and then you are able to get all the good images. You see all these images, these are images that we can use for our our designs. They are free. You just download them. You simply click the 3 buttons here, and then you click the download image button. Once you click that one, it is going to be automatically saved to your phone gallery or your computer. You get what I'm saying? So anything that you want, maybe you are into agriculture, you want to do agriculture, so you're just going to go to you just go to what you want. You type in on the search button, you see, and then you download the image. Now there happens like an image like this one. I've already started on the practical now. So you see this one. Let's say let's download this. Let's download this image. Download image, and then you see that around here there are like spaces, right? Or these dots. So we have got to be able to remove these things. These things are very much removable. How? There is another site that you will need to use now, which is called remove.bg. Okay, if you're using a phone, you can use a background remover. You can just go to Play Store and download background remover, ne? It is easy to use. Then if you're using a computer, you can just go to remove.bg, and then you upload the image that you want. So it is going to immediately say upload. It is going to take you to your gallery. Let me look for an image I can use. You can look for an image, because we want to remove a background. So I've got to make sure that the image has got a background. So let's say you want to put which image? Maybe this type of image right here. This, you want to use it for your poster. So immediately you click the image, it is automatically going to come here, and then it removes the background. You see, it is now a good clear image of what, of the t-shirt. Then you click download. Once you click download, it is either going to say preview or download, and then it is going to be automatically downloaded on your phone or your computer. So those sites are very important when we're dealing with how to use high quality images. You don't necessarily need to show us the food that you are cooking to convince us that you are a good cook. It might happen that the images you are going to take from your phone or from your kitchen, they are not good quality, and makes people not to believe in what you are doing. And then alignment is important. Please don't be putting one thing here and the other right there. The next word starts in the center, the next one starts from the beginning. So make sure that everything is aligned well when you are doing your poster design. I didn't want to touch on the practical side because I don't want to start on the practical. Once I start on it, usually I don't stop. So let's just go to Canva just to show you what I was talking about. But maybe before that, let's finish the notes first, then I will do the practical just once. Let's look at this. So part 5, copywriting that converts. This one is important. What is copywriting? So copywriting is the art of using words to sell. Copywriting is the art of using words to sell. It is not just writing, but it is the writing with purpose. You get me? So it is to get attention, to create desire, to inspire action, to make sales. A good copy can make the difference between 0 likes and 500 likes, 0 sales and 50 sales, being ignored and going viral. Let me show you the formula. Now, there are 5 copywriting formulas that we use. They are very important. Simple. I'll try to make them as simple as I can so that you guys really understand and grasp what I'm trying to say here. So now, formula number 1, it is AIDA, the classic. So this one is attention. The first one is attention. A for attention. Hook them. Interest. Make the person curious. Then you have to make the person to want or desire the product for D. Action. Then you tell the person what to do. So AIDA simply says you have to get the person's attention. Once they look at you or look at your post, then create an interest for them. Then create a desire. Then tell them what they need to do next. Let's look at an example for the fitness business. First one is attention. Are you tired of looking in the mirror and not liking what you see? You see, immediately a person looks at this. Immediately in their mind it comes that, yeah, I think I have a problem with this one. Then interest. What if I told you that you could lose 5 kg in 30 days without starving yourself? So you do understand, good, people don't want to stop eating. People want to lose weight and still continue eating. So if you tell them that they can continue eating but still be able to lose weight, then already you've created interest for that person. Now the desire. Our 30-day transformation program has helped over 50 Swazis to lose weight, gain confidence, and feel amazing. Real results, real people, real change. Immediately, my friend, trust me, once you talk about this thing, people are willing to be able to sign up for your program. Then the last one, which is what? Action. Telling the people what you want them to do now. Ready to start your transformation? DM transform now. Limited spots this month. You get? So that is all about the AIDA formula. This one is a classic. Let's look at the second formula, which is called the PAS. So the PAS is you just definitely talk about the problem, then you agitate the person, and then you give them the solution. Now let's look at this. You identify their pain points, which is the problem. Then you make them to feel it. So just make sure that the picture is painted very, very well on their mind. Agitation. Then the solution. Tell them, show them that you are the answer to the problem that they are having. For instance, let's look at a bakery business. So let's look at the business. So the problem is what? Are you planning a birthday party, stressed about the cake? That is the problem. Then make them feel that they really, really have a big problem on their plate. How? Last minute cakes from the supermarket are disappointing, dry, tasteless, generic. Your special day deserves better. You see? Then the S, solution. Our custom cakes are freshly baked. You see? Beautiful, decorated, absolutely delicious. Order 48 hours in advance and make your celebration unforgettable. DM for prizes. That's the call to action. You see, already you are telling the people that they can just order this thing at the last minute, 2 days before the event. You see that most people usually they have they realize that they've got problems just a few days, a few hours, a few minutes before the event starts. So he's trying to grasp that part whereby you are telling them that they need to order in 48 hours in advance. You see, now this formula is called what? This is formula number 3, which is BAB, before, after, bridge. So on the before, you just show them their current situation, and then you show them the desired situation which they might get after signing up or taking in your product. Then the bridge, how are you going to get them there? So you firstly show them this is the problem that they are having. Now, how am I going to get you to your desired results? Let's look at the example for a clothing brand. So this one is saying, are you wearing the same old clothes every day, feeling invisible and unstylish? Then after, imagine walking into a room and heads turning, feeling confident, stylish and seen. Now the bridge, our new collection makes you stand out. Unique Swazi inspired designs, affordable prices, sizes for everyone. Shop now. Then you put your WhatsApp link or you put your contact. So you see that you are telling the people that they've got a problem of what? Of being invisible and unstylish. So whenever you dress up, going to work, going to an event, going to town, people want to feel noticed. People want to be seen. People want to feel like they are still following the trends of that month, of that year, or whatever. They want to be seen stylish. So if you can provide that for somebody, then you can be able to win them as paying clients. You get? Now the formula number 4, which is the 4 U's: agent, unique, useful and ultra specific. Now make every post to be what? To be agent. It needs to be time sensitive. It needs to be what? To be unique, different from others. It needs to be valuable to the reader, useful. It needs to be clear and detailed. You get? Now let's look at the example. Flash sale today only. Agent, get your laptop repaired for 300 emalangeni instead of 500 emalangeni. Unique plus useful. It includes virus removal, speed optimization and free screen cleaning. You get? That is why your product is different. It is unique and useful to what? To the customer. It's not about you, remember. Then only 5 slots available. First come, first serve. Call this number. You see, only 5 slots available. First come, first serve. Now I'm only telling them about what? Ultra specific, and it means I'm creating agents that let the people come today. You get? Now formula number 5, which is what we call storytelling. So here you do what? You do the hook, the story, the lesson and the offer. You basically just try to create a story around the product. You have to create something that is going to be appealing to the emotions of the reader. Most of the time, set stories that you see on Facebook, they are not just set stories. They are set stories with an intention to maybe manipulate the customer, make you feel sorry, make you feel like you are helping me by buying from me. Most of the time people use that. They tell you about their set story, and then at the end, you must notice that at the end of every set story, most of the time there is a product attached to it. Now I'm doing this for a living. The person can tell you that they've got 3 kids, all their fathers passed away or whatever. Now she is a single mom and she is selling this. So you see, already you are not buying because you need the product. You are buying because of what? Because of the story that the person has told you. You get? So this is just an example I can create a story like I started weaving baskets with my grandmother's old techniques. My first basket took like 8 hours. I sold it for 100 amalangen. I cried with joy that 100 amalangen bought groceries for my family. Now, the lesson. I learned that our traditional skills have value, that starting small is okay, that persistence pays off. Then the offer. Today, I employ 5 women from my community. We make beautiful baskets that preserve culture and change lives. Every purchase supports a family. You see now, manipulation. Every purchase supports a family. So you are not buying. The person is telling that you are not just buying to support the business, but their families. That's why there was a need to include what? That they are women. I employ 5 women from my community. You see this thing? And it means that my business is community based, and it is what? It is helping to change and transform the lives of people in my community. Then you put your contact details. That is just all about this one, about the storytelling. You just create a story around your product, and then at the end you attach how this product should be purchased and stuff. Now, there are power words that sell. So there are certain words that make people stop scrolling and pay attention. For instance, for creating agency, you can use these terms like limited, today only, last chance, hurry, don't miss, ending soon, now, exclusive. Why? These words we use so that people can buy now. Remember, you don't really have to give a customer time to think and reason why they should not or should buy your product. Let the customer buy the product now. It has to be urgent. It has to be now. Pay now. Then they will realize after buying your product that I was not even needing this thing, but then they already got it. So then this one for creating desire. This one we use new, free products, guaranteed, proven results, easy, instant, amazing, powerful. Why? People love to try new things. People love free things. People love guarantees. Like tell us that 12 months guarantee. They love that. Then they don't want something that is just trying out. They want something that has been proven and tested. Easy. They don't want things that are going to be complicated to use. And most of the time, customers want instant result. They want 5-year results in 2 months. That is just a customer. And then words that we use to build trust. These words are very important when you are crafting your offers. Authentic, genuine, honest, real, tested, certified, professional, and trusted. So these words are very, very important to build trust between you and the client. Why? Because you are selling certified products, you are selling professional products and trusted products. Then when we talk about emotions, now we talk about what? Transform, discover, imagine, secret, unleash, breakthrough, revolutionary, life changing. So all these words, they are very, very vital when you want to do what? To appeal to the emotion of what? Of the customers. We use those ones. So we use 2 to 3 power words in every post. This definitely changes the outlook of your business. Let's move. So we need to do the practical part, but I will attach the practical part on a separate video, so make sure you watch that one next. So this one will end here. Meet you on the practical session. So in this video, I want us to focus on how to generate high quality logos or images using simple AI. So today for this practical, we're going to be using Cloud AI for our prompt generation. Then we're going to use a Leonard AI and Microsoft Designer for our image generation. So now let's get to it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to come to Cloud, and I'm going to say give me prompt for generating a high quality UHD logo for my perfume business. So you are going to find this prompt attached to the document, attached to the video for my perfume business. Then I'm going to say make it classy and excellent. Show professionalism. So this is the prompt for generating the prompt that we're going to use for generating the image. So now as we go on like this, we are going to find, so as it is continuing, this is our prompt. It's just being generated right now. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to come down here and I'm just going to say copy. So when I get to Leonard, the steps for getting to Leonard are on the documents. So check this. So now I'm going to come to type prompt and I'm going to just paste it. Just going to paste it as it is. And then I'm just going to remove these words up here that I don't need. So make sure you edit your prompt well for the best results. So because as you can see that now it couldn't write everything down here due to the fact that we had those words up there. So I'm going to go back and look for what is missing. Down there, this prompt emphasizes the luxury market positioning. So let's go back here. Yes, so this is what was missing. So I'm just going to go back and paste it here like that. Now I'm just going to click generate over here. So let's see, and make sure that this side you're going to choose 1 because we are doing what? We are doing a logo here. So make sure you choose 1. So as it is generating this side, I'm going to go to Microsoft Designer, and for the size I'm going to choose a square. It's okay like that. Then describe what I want to create. I'm just going to copy and paste the prompt again. So I'm just going to copy and paste the prompt this side again like we did on the other one. So let's see. Now I have to remove this thing like I told you again, because this takes up space. So this one really takes up a lot of space. Okay, so now let's click create also this side. Then let's go back that side and check. So now you can see that we just generated these nice things over here, perfume brand. It's like that. So but I'm not pleased with the results. So if you are not pleased with the results, you can either go back to cloud and just change the font. What we forgot to do here was to include the name of the name that we want. So we had to say the name is Aussie Crisis. So I had to make sure that the name is there. So anytime you are generating prompt, make sure that the name is there. Now this is generations from Microsoft Designer. So you can see that is how it looks like now on Microsoft Designer. But like I said, let's go back this side and get our new prompt, because we need this new prompt over here. So it should give us those results. So it is still trying to make that. So let's just wait for it for a bit. Otherwise, that is just basically how we do the prompt generation and stuff. Okay, so it is done now. So this is our prompt, and I asked it to summarize this prompt so that it's a little bit shorter. So you saw that we had challenges with trying to fill the prompt like that. So right now I'm going to delete everything here so that I can paste the new prompt. So after that, I'm just going to go back and say generate, and then I'm going to come back this side again and make sure we type in the new prompt. So we've got to put in the new prompt, and then I'm going to click create. Now remember that these are free AI, so every time you click, You can see this side I'm only left with 14 credits, and then this side I'm left with 98. So now, as you can see, we've just generated Aussie frankincense using this. So you can just tweak the prompt and put in the tagline and stuff. So you can see we generated this image is now Aussie frankincense. So all of these ones, they've just been easily like that. So you can actually, it's still generating this side, in as much as you see the images from this side, they're not as nice as those from Cloud, so from Leonard. So I always really love Leonard, because Leonard gives us the best results. So you see these results are not as good as those that you are getting from this side. Otherwise, I love what I'm seeing here. These are good, these are really good logos. So you can just create a simple logo using these basic steps, and right now you can start your business on doing this. And then you can just use Canva to change everything, like to add some keywords and stuff. So you can just use Canva for that one. Otherwise, this is how easy it is to create high quality logos by simply using Cloud and Leonard. Very good combination if you want to do graphic design. So guys, I will just leave this prompt down there on the video description or on this video, so that you guys can get access to it. But you can even ask Cloud to give you the right words to say for you to get the right thing. Like I said, that AI is almost like garbage in, garbage out. So whatever that you're going to put in here, make sure it's the right quality, it's the right thing. Then it's going to be very, very easy for you to generate those things using that. So let's move on to the next section. So let me finish this one.